Welcome Rohan Malhotra, founder and CEO of Roadzen, and also Steve Carlson, chairman of the board of Roadzen. Roadzen is ticker RDZN on the NASDAQ, and it's great to have you both here to join us at the New York Stock Exchange. Steve, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us with you. Appreciate
Roadzen continues to amaze. You've got all these powerful developments and you've got funding, so congratulations on that. I'm eager to hear the details, so let's get right to what you guys are doing these days. So Rohan, let's start with that. So you just closed on $7 million direct investment into your India subsidiary with no warrants and minimal dilution at an implied valuation of $2 per share. So, and that's more than double of what your stock price is right now. So talk about that, elaborate on what that funding means for the company.
Basically, we raised about $7 million for our India subsidiary, which is a 100% owned sub of the NASDAQ, at a $90+ million valuation just for our India business. And our India business is, let's say, roughly 55 to 60% of our global business, essentially implying that the global business should be trading at close to $2 or more. And we think the India subsidiary is still severely undervalued. The companies in India that we look at as comps are trading at above 10 times revenue multiples. We're still trading at 2 times revenue multiples. So there's an incredible room to grow. We think India, which remains a very core part of our business, it's an incredibly strong market. There are 23 insurers in India. We work with 21 of them. It's the 4th largest auto market in the world. It's the fastest growing insurance market in the world. And the quality of investors that we brought into India today is incredible. We've closed the financing. We brought in Anand Jain, who is one of the doyens of the Indian capital market, Utpal Sheth, Quant Mutual Fund, asset management company, which is one of the largest asset managers in India. So there's incredible bullishness, not just about our India business, but because they invested at such a large premium to the global market cap, they believe the company is fundamentally undervalued, and so do we. So we think this is a great step for the company.
Yeah.
There's such a great story around this group of investors and why in India they value us so much more expensively than we would be viewed on the market here. They see what maybe others don't see. They see what's happening with the Drive Buddy mandate, with the Drive Buddy opportunity, with the revenue growth. We've had tremendous revenue growth in India over the last quarters, and they see it. And so it's very exciting to have these folks be a part of our CAP story and to have it happen in India, where there's just tremendous opportunity for us.
Yeah, well, and let's talk about the potential of breaking even. So it looks like you're getting closer toward the EBITDA break even, maybe by December of 2025. So explain the progress there.
Well, we've actually, over the last 4 quarters, gone from an adjusted EBITDA figure of negative 3 million to less than negative 1.5 million this last quarter. We anticipate September will be better than the June quarter, which we had announced, and December will be break-even on an adjusted EBITDA basis. And that's powered by a couple of things. We've been very disciplined on our cost structure. We've kind of changed the entire cost structure of the company. And as we are bringing in new revenues at a roughly 63 to 64% gross margin, it adds to our profitability, and we anticipate continuous revenue growth quarter over quarter for the next several quarters. And what you will see is after break even, the company should start producing cash that we can generate. The other important thing with the India financing is we've raised about $11.5 million this quarter, all of which was done at premiums to the market cap, and essentially means institutional shareholders continue to believe that the stock is completely undervalued, are willing to pay a premium. But more importantly, now we have all the capital we need to drive to break even and continue to grow the business in India, in the US, and in the UK, where we are seeing tremendous traction across all fronts.
Included in that, interestingly, included in that $11 million cap raise that we've done over this quarter is the insiders have all participated, and many of our largest and most important shareholders have also participated, because they can't help. I mean, what story do you know of that's 50 million in revenue, just hitting break even in the AI space? How many stories are there in enterprise AI are there? and certainly none valued at 2 times, 1 time revenue. So we think that this kind of marks a milestone for us in terms of transitioning into a much bigger, more interesting play for not only our customers and clients, but for shareholders as well.
And insiders own a big stake of the company, so which is rare to own, I think, such a large stake of a business. So how does that align with your undervaluation? I mean, what are you seeing that maybe outside investors aren't seeing yet?
I'll take that one. So basically, as insiders, as Roadzen's private investors, we have some of the best investors in the world, including 13 Books Capital, including W.I. Harper, EOS Venture Partners. They've been long-term holders of the business. They're also long-term supporters of the business. The first fundraise we did at $1.25, 4 of the largest shareholders, including myself, Steve, 13 Books, who are all very large investors in Roadzen, participated, including Vahana, who was the SPAC sponsor that took us public. So it shows you that, the largest investors are in no hurry to exit. They are doubling down. They want to give the company breathing room to grow. And we own about, let's say, 30% of the company. And we are very comfortable sending a signal to the market that we want to keep buying because we think the stock is completely undervalued at this moment.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we have so many positive things happening for us around the Drive Buddy story in India. There's also that technology also has applicability in the rest of the world, in Europe and other places as well, which are really exciting. We have that. We have our investors backing the story and looking at the valuations and just coming in for additional exposure. We have that. We have the path to break even. We have the adjusted EBITDA. We're hitting that right, as we speak. We're moving from cash burn to cash neutral. And if you look around the world and look for other stories that are out there, there's many, but Policy Bazaar in India is a really interesting story. They went from cash flow losses to break even, and they went from 3 times revenues to 5 to 10. So we're there. We're at the point where all this is coming together. And lastly, I will also say is last time we had a chat that I was part of with you here on the exchange. When we had that conversation, we were a freshly minted public company straight out of the de-SPAC, with all the challenges that companies that came to market through a SPAC at the same time we did. All that's really coming to it's really getting behind us. And the company that we launched and we were so excited about when we did the de-SPAC is here and it's ready to roll. So we kind of think now's our time.
So my sense of what I'm hearing is that the people who kind of know the company best feel like it is undervalued. You've got this recent investment and a big opportunity in India with the Drive Buddy AI, where you're the only certified technology in the market that could be several $100 million perhaps. So why is the NASDAQ pricing RDZN at less than 2 times revenue versus comps of 5 to 20 times?
I think the investors in the public markets on the NASDAQ, they're waiting for the company to hit an inflection point. And we believe we have achieved that this quarter. We've fully funded. We've created the growth. Last quarter, we grew 22% year over year. We have continued to pare down our costs and we are driving towards adjusted EBITDA break even right now. So these are the kind of variables that we had to fix over the last year, and we believe we've done all of that over this quarter. So now the company is really coming out as a very strong growth-oriented story in AI, which we believe we are one of the rare companies. We're a global company existing in a $1 trillion market, which is the auto insurance market. We have incredible tailwinds in our favor. The US is growing well for us. India is growing very well. The UK, we announced 3 major deals in the last 4 months. So we are starting to see green shoots in all of our major markets. We also believe that, look, there is nothing in the world today that stops us from building this company from a $50 to $500 million revenue over the next several years. There are We believe the opportunity is there. Our management team is fully aligned with our shareholders to capitalize on this opportunity, and we're just going to go out and deliver from this point onwards.
I mean, it's really, in my opinion, it's a function of context and perspective. The market seems to be viewing us from the rear view mirror, and what we're seeing is people in India that see what we see, for example, and the insiders. We see the future, and the future is now.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with shareholders or potential shareholders or investors?
We think that, look at our fundamental story. We are a 50 million business in insurance, which is one of the largest markets in the world. We're an AI company. We have fundamental innovations in AI that power insurance. We are truly differentiated from the horizontal AI world where, people are looking for general intelligence. We think the value will be created in shareholder value, in public, in enterprise intelligence, in singular verticals like insurance, financial services. Roadzen's aim is to be the dominant player in the insurance vertical, and we think we have the scale, the relationships, the global context, and innovation to get there within the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Great to be
Anything
here,
to add?
Jane.
Yeah.
I think there's nothing else to be said.
Okay, and it's great to have you here, and I look forward to updates as you go on and continue to grow. And sounds like you're well on your way. So thank you so much, Rohan and
Thanks
Steve.
a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jane.
Thanks a lot. Always great to be here, Jim.
Yeah.